When you restrict your meals to a single dedicated window, a method commonly known as OMAD or one meal daily, you're not starving. You're activating a mechanism most modern people have never accessed. Picture a storage facility where supply trucks never quit arriving. The supervisor is shouting, packages are stacking up, blocking the doors, and the ceiling is dripping because no one has time to repair it. This is not merely a comparison. This is your body on 3 meals per day. Now picture what occurs when you finally shut the gates and halt the trucks. For the first time in years, the janitorial team appears. Today, we are examining strictly at the biology of what occurs when you quit eating. We will move through the 23-hour schedule hour by hour so you can grasp exactly why delaying that single meal might be the most powerful choice you make for your wellness. Let's begin the timer. First hours 0 to 4. The timer begins the instant you set down your fork from your last meal. For the first 4 hours, you are physically satisfied. Your system is saturated with fuel. Your stomach is working, breaking down proteins into amino acids and converting carbohydrates into glucose. This enters your circulation and your pancreas reacts by secreting insulin. Insulin is the main regulator here. You need to consider insulin as a one-way gate. When insulin is elevated, fuel moves into your cells. It is impossible for fuel to move out. As long as insulin is present in your blood, your fat cells are sealed vaults. You cannot burn stored fat in this stage. It is biologically impossible. During these first 4 hours, your body is prioritizing immediate fuel. It uses what is in the bloodstream. If there is surplus, and in a modern pattern, there is nearly always surplus, insulin moves that extra sugar and stores it inside the liver and muscles as something called glycogen. Think of glycogen as your wallet. It is quick cash, available but limited. You feel fine here. This is typical, but nothing remarkable has occurred yet. Hours 4 to 12. Now we enter the phase where most individuals quit. Around hour 6 or 8, your blood sugar starts to stabilize. The large surge of fuel from your meal is gone. The warehouse is silent. The insulin, that busy supervisor, begins to sign off. This is where your brain sends a message. Hey, the easy cash in the wallet is getting low. This is ghrelin, the hunger hormone. It rises. You notice that growl in your stomach. You may feel slightly irritable. This is the point many people mistake for starvation. They think, oh no, I feel shaky, I must eat. But you are not starving. You are simply dependent on quick fuel. Your body is like a vehicle that has only ever operated on premium gasoline, and now it is being told to switch to the reserve battery. It hesitates. If you continue past this, a remarkable shift happens. Your liver understands no additional food is arriving, so it unlocks the glycogen wallet. It begins breaking down stored sugars to keep your blood glucose stable. You are not losing muscle. You are not dying. You are simply spending the savings you kept for an emergency. Now entering hour 12. At this point, your glycogen stores, that quick cash, are falling to critical levels. Now the body has a decision. It can slow down or it can unlock the vault. Since you are a survival machine built to hunt for days without food, your body unlocks the vault. Insulin falls to its lowest baseline level. This is the signal your chemistry has been waiting for. With insulin removed, the enzyme hormone-sensitive lipase activates. This enzyme is the key that opens your fat cells. For the first time in perhaps days or weeks, your body starts drawing fuel efficiently from your adipose tissue. You're no longer running on the bread you ate yesterday. You are running on yourself. Hour 14 to 16, fuel transition phase. Between hour 14 and 16, the sensation of fasting changes entirely. The hunger waves usually disappear. Why? Because the fuel source is no longer fluctuating. When you depend on food, your energy is a roller coaster. When you depend on body fat, your energy becomes a steady line. You have tens of thousands of calories of fat stored on your body right now. Even if you are lean, that is a battery that can last for weeks. As your body breaks down fat, the liver transforms these fatty acids into ketones. This is essential for your brain. Your brain cannot burn fat directly. It requires glucose or ketones. And it turns out the brain prefers ketones. Ketones are a super fuel. They burn cleaner than glucose. Glucose generates significant metabolic smoke, what we call oxidative stress, when it is metabolized. Ketones burn cleanly. They create more energy per molecule with less residue. This is why around hour 16 people describe the lift. The brain fog clears. Your focus sharpens. You do not feel sluggish, you feel energized. This makes evolutionary sense. If a hungry hunter became sleepy and dull, he would not capture prey. He would perish. Hunger sharpens us. It turns us into hunters. Hour 16 to 18. Now we reach the most critical stage of the process. This is the reason many scientists focus on this timeline. Autophagy. Recall that warehouse we discussed, the one that was too occupied to ever be cleaned. At hour 18, the warehouse has been empty for a while. The supervisor looks around and realizes he has a challenge. He needs proteins to keep the system operating, but no new shipments are arriving. So he instructs the staff to begin scavenging. They search through the warehouse for broken racks, corroded pipes, and old debris. They dismantle these and melt them to form new, sturdy steel. In your body, your cells begin searching for damaged proteins. They locate mitochondria, the tiny energy generators in your cells that are no longer efficient. They locate misfolded proteins that could eventually contribute to illnesses like Alzheimer's. They even locate viruses and bacteria hiding inside the cell. Your body forms a membrane around this waste, dissolves, music it, and recycles it into fresh, pristine amino acids. This is autophagy. It literally means self-eating. It is your body's internal recycling system. This process is the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth. It is deep cellular renewal. When you eat continuously, autophagy never activates, the cleaning team never reports to work. By fasting to hour 18 and beyond, you allow your body to remove the debris. This is why skin begins to appear clearer. This is why old injuries sometimes start to feel improved. You are finally clearing out the clutter, hour 20 to 22. Now, critics will say, but wait, if my body is consuming itself, is it consuming my muscle? This is the most common misconception, and it is biologically reversed. At hour 20, as you move deeper into the fast, your body releases a counter-regulatory hormone to defend you. This is human growth hormone, HGH. Research shows that during fasting, HGH can surge by 1,300% to 2,000% or higher. HGH is a muscle-preserving hormone. It acts like a shield around your lean muscle mass. It instructs the body, burn fat, but do not touch the muscle. We need the muscle to hunt. Your body is remarkably intelligent. It will not burn your furniture, your muscles, to warm the house when you have a shed full of firewood, your body fat, just outside. It burns fat first. This distinctive combination, elevated HGH and reduced insulin, is a state you rarely see in nature outside fasting. It creates an environment where you maintain muscle while shedding fat efficiently. Hour 23. You are now nearing your eating window. Your body is prepared. Your insulin sensitivity is extremely high. Imagine your cells like a dry sponge. A damp sponge cannot absorb more water. That is a cell that has been fed all day. But a dry sponge, a fasted cell, is ready to absorb. Your digestive system has experienced a 23-hour pause. The inflammation in your gut lining has had time to calm. The harmful bacteria in your gut, which thrive on constant sugar, have been reduced while the resilient beneficial bacteria remain. You are operating on pure fat. Your brain is energized by ketones. Your cells have recycled their waste. Your growth hormone is elevated. You're not weak, you are optimized. Now the timer reaches hour 23. It is time to eat. This is where many people fail because your body is so receptive right now, what you consume matters twice as much. You cannot treat this meal like a prize for suffering. You must treat it like construction material. If you break a 23-hour fast with pizza and soda, you're overwhelming a sensitive system with junk. You will crash hard. The significant sugar surge will trigger an exaggerated insulin response, and you will end up feeling fatigued and bloated. You must continue the logic of the fast. Step 1 is the base. Begin with protein, high-quality protein. Steak, eggs, salmon, chicken. Your body is eager for amino acids to rebuild the structures it dismantled during autophagy. This is where muscle recovery happens. Step 2 is the fuel. Add healthy fats, avocados, olive oil, butter, nuts. Since your body is already in fat-burning mode, consuming fat keeps that metabolic system functioning smoothly. It keeps your insulin response controlled. Step 3 is the micronutrients. You need volume. Since you are only eating once, you cannot obtain your potassium and magnesium from tiny snacks. You need a large quantity of vegetables, leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, fermented foods like sauerkraut. These supply the minerals that prevent cramps and fatigue. When you eat this way, nutrient-dense and highly satisfying, you'll notice something unexpected. You become full quickly. Your hormones, leptin, which signals fullness, and ghrelin, which signals hunger, are finally communicating correctly. You stop when you are nourished, not merely when you are stuffed. The adjustment period. Now, I want to be honest with you. If you move from 6 meals daily directly to 1 meal daily tomorrow, you will feel awful. Your body must develop the metabolic machinery to burn fat. It requires time to produce the enzymes. It requires time for the liver to become efficient at producing ketones. This is known as metabolic flexibility. During the first week, you may experience headaches. You may feel weak. This is not because the method is harmful. It is because your body is undergoing withdrawal. You're losing electrolytes. The solution is simple: salt. When insulin decreases, your kidneys release water and sodium. You must replace it. A small pinch of sea salt in your water during the fasting window can end the headaches quickly. Do not hurry it. Push your breakfast later by 2 hours, then 4, then skip it, then push lunch later. Ease your body into the process. Do not simply jump into the deep end. And fasting is a stressor on the body. For individuals already under high stress with poor sleep or thyroid problems, fasting for 23 hours can raise cortisol, so avoid it if you are already overwhelmed. This protocol is intended for healthy adults. Do not attempt this if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, have a history of eating disorders, or are taking medication for diabetes or blood pressure without speaking to a physician. We live in a food environment unfriendly to our biology, designed to make us fear hunger. But hunger is not an emergency. It's a signal you can manage. Beyond weight reduction and time saved, OMAD offers freedom. You stop being controlled by your blood sugar and return to the ancestral rhythm. Hunt, feast, rest. You're not starving, you're flourishing, you're finally allowing your body to recover. If you try this, tell me below. Did you hit the wall at hour 12 or feel the surge at 16? I will see you in the next video.